All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to hop on real quick and do a live reaction video for you guys. And I'm obviously not a big fan of this whole cancel culture nonsense we got going on, but there are some situations where someone does something so stupid that maybe they should be canceled. And I think this guy is an example of it. So his name is Jim Iannazzo, and he's obviously an Italian guy. For those who don't know, that's probably an Italian last name. And this guy had a really bad day. Let's just put it that way. And the way he reacted, that's right, 5-star Pete. The way he reacted needs to be called out, because I'm always a big believer. Like, if you can't control yourself in these types of situations, like, how you just can't control yourself, period. So ultimately, fast forward to today, this video has now gone very viral. And this guy was fired from his job at Merrill Lynch, financial advisor. And I'm going to guess that he made bank because he probably had a long roster of clients for many years. Who knows? Some of those clients might still stick with him and follow him to wherever he goes next. But he got fired. He's been canceled. And I'm not trying to pile on it, but I'm just trying to share some current events with you guys, some news stories. And yeah, this guy said a lot of things in this video that you probably shouldn't have said. Now, I will give you guys a warning. This video will contain curses. I'm going to leave everything here uncensored because it's not about COVID and it's not about elections. So, and as long as it's not about those two, I'm allowed to share that content. So let's watch this together. This is definitely a great video to watch. All right, here we go, guys.
Please don't yell at us.
Yeah.
Don't videotape me.
You have no room to yell at us.
I want to speak to the fucking person who made this drink. Is that?
Oh, yeah. So some background, guys. He got a smoothie at this place. And come here, Rachel. Come here. Come here, girl. Hold on. My girl wants to get down. And this bed's a little high for her. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay. So this guy. Oh, what's up, Michael? How you doing, man? This guy here. He got a smoothie from this place, and apparently it had peanut butter inside, and his child was like very allergic to it. So his child had some kind of like allergic reaction. So that's the background. So I can understand why this father is upset. But I also want to say that if you know your child has an allergic reaction to peanut butter, it might not be the smartest thing to trust a third party to make your smoothie, because a mistake can be made. If you really do need a smoothie and you need to be sure that it has no ingredients that you're allergic to or your child, might make sense for you to make the smoothie at home only. It's just an unfortunate reality that you can't trust some of these places. So I'm going to say some of the blame is on the father here for trusting this place. But regardless, I do understand why he's upset. I just think he's about to say some shit that you don't want to say in this kind of climate to people. Okay. What's up, Devon? Here we go. Back to the video.
You?
No,
we don't know who made it.
You
So
don't know who made it?
there's 4 of us here, so we obviously don't know.
Fucking stupid, fucking ignorant high school kids.
Okay.
All right. So as up to now, he called ignorant high school kids. Still, he's within a reasonable response, in my opinion. He still hasn't gone overboard yet, but you guys will see what's about to happen next.
Okay, bye.
I want to speak to the fucking
Bye.
man.
Okay, you can
Gianna,
call
stop.
corporate whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gianna, stop. You're on camera.
Fuck
You're on
out of
camera.
here.
You're on
Fucking
camera.
bitch.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
What?
There it is, guys. I don't know if you saw that, but he actually threw the smoothie at the young employee, which he's now escalated it from calling her ignorant to actual violence. Let's watch it again.
Whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gianna, stop. You're on camera.
Fuck
You're on
out of
camera.
here.
You're on
Fucking
camera.
bitch.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
What?
There it is, guys. He threw the smoothie at her in the middle of his tirade, but he hasn't gotten racist yet. That part is still coming.
I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police.
Fuck you. I want the fucking telephone number right now.
Gianna,
I want the
stop.
telephone number. Shut the fuck
You
up.
shut up. Down. You can
Fucking
call corporate
stupid
whenever you
fucking
want.
idiot.
Bye.
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, good for you. Bye.
I want the
Bye.
fucking number.
Bye.
Shut up.
You shut up. You're not going to tell me to shut up. The fuck? Who are you?
fucking immigrant loser.
Oh, there it is, guys. Oh boy. So he just called her an immigrant loser. And I don't know her actual ethnicity, but you're going to see her later in the video. I believe she is of Indian descent. But this is, you don't say this to somebody. You don't say this to a young employee. Here's the thing. With this COVID pandemic that's been ravaging this world and also here in the US, you have to give a little bit more respect to these employees that are working probably minimum wage jobs during a pandemic. So to me, if they make a mistake, like there's no need to do this and then make it a racial thing. So that's kind of where this guy went wrong. Throwing the smoothie was wrong because that's now escalating into violence. But secondly, he calling her an immigrant loser now made this potentially a hate crime, which he actually, I believe, is now being charged with. We're going to pull up an article after we finish watching this video.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! You're going to jail! You're going to jail, you racist piece of shit!
I want a fucking telephone.
Then this guy tries to go into the back of the office and approach these girls directly. That's also stupid on his part. I'm going to be honest. This guy seems like a pretty big man, and these are all looks like maybe high school or college girls, a lot younger than he is. There was no need for him to act this threatening to these girls. This really was an unhinged lunatic, out of control. And let's just continue watching.
Bro, call the police now.
I want the telephone number.
So look it up! I don't give a fuck what you want! Look it up and you want the telephone number! You can call right now if you want! I don't care! I don't care!
Okay, right.
Like, fuck out of here. Respectfully, fuck out of here. You're bugging. Go lock the door.
You know, one of the most interesting things I find about this video is that it's like it's like a cross-generational insult where you have this guy, I don't even know how old he is, Jim Iannazzo. Let's see. He is 48 years old. So this guy's almost 50. And this girl in the video looks pretty young. I'm guessing she's probably 18 or 19. But it's just funny that the only humorous part to me is how she's talking to him like someone of her age, and he is, a lot older than she is. And so it just, to me, is a generational kind of conflict. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting.
You're bugging, like you're literally bugging.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
You're
My
bugging.
fucking son is almost in the fucking
Okay, that's
hospital.
not my fault. I have no fucking right to
When I
talk.
fucking
Please come
When
over.
I fucking
Rosie, you guys Fairfield? On Blackhawk Turnpike.
I also don't get why he's bugging these girls for the phone number. Like when you could just go online and find it. I think he was just trying to prove a point here, which is kind of, kind of dumb of him at this point. Like you've already thrown a smoothie, you've cursed these girls out, you then made you called them an immigrant loser. Like, come on, it's time to leave, bro. You've done enough damage.
You can call the phone number.
I want the manager
He yelled at us, he threw a drink at
right
us,
now.
Okay.
and he tried to break
Like
into
I
the
said, you can
bathroom.
look it up.
Yeah, I can look it up. Your fucking telephone number is fucking busy.
Okay, for you. Goodbye.
Call it. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
Goodbye. You can get out of my
I'm
door
getting your
now.
telephone number from Kansas.
Gianna, give me your phone. Give me your
That's
phone.
your way forever. Honestly, so I really don't care.
He's white. No, don't. Call Rosie. Call Rosie. Did she say that? You talk to her. I'm sorry? Rosie, somebody's in here and he's freaking cursing us out. And he threw a smoothie at us. He's threatening us. He tried to come behind this door. We're calling the cops. He won't leave. He keeps screaming at us.
He won't leave.
Yeah,
Because I don't know. You hear him? He called Gianna an immigrant, and I'm recording it all, so I'm calling the cops.
We'll see. Don't you worry.
Yeah, he
He
is.
threw the smoothie at us. He's trying to jump over the thing. He's trying to threaten us.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, at the end, you hear her say that you threaten underage girls, you asshole. And absolutely, I understand. I'm not a father yet. I'm a father of my dogs. But I can understand where his passion is coming from. He probably told employees, my son can't have peanut butter. They accidentally put peanut butter. His son had an allergic reaction. Father was upset. Totally understand that part. But this is not how you handle it. Not how you handle it. If I were a father situation, I would have probably been documenting my child's allergic reaction, rushing my child to the hospital, getting him whatever my child needs, filming it. And then, of course, if I had proof, hardcore proof, that I asked them not to put peanut butter in my smoothie, then you have potential lawsuit on your hands that you might have a chance of winning. My guess. I don't know. But this guy handled it completely wrong. And let's pull up some news stories about him. And the only reason why I care about this is because I've had people say to me in my life that I'm an immigrant too, like to make fun of me and insult me. And you know, it's not really an insult if you're an immigrant, like whatever. Most of this country along the lines is immigrants, right? Maybe you're not an immigrant, but maybe your grandparents are, or their grandparents are. We're all descendants of immigrants here and or actual immigrants. I am technically an immigrant because I was adopted at birth from Mexico. But yeah, it's just funny that he used that as an insult and now he's got a hate crime. So here's a news story, guys, on this dude right here. Remorseful. Yeah, he's remorseful because he got caught. That's just the bottom line. Oh, come on. What's going on? I don't want ads. Okay. Remorseful Merrill Lynch banker who was arrested and fired for racist drink throwing tirade at smoothie store worker reveals his son 17 collapsed after staff prepped his drink with peanut butter despite being warned he was allergic. So again, like, I get it. Like, obviously this is a big deal that your son was given something he's allergic to, but there was no need to make it physical. And there was definitely no need to make it racist. In some ways, given our society today, I would argue him making it racist was actually worse than him throwing the smoothie. That's my opinion. Both are bad. Let's be clear. I'm all about nonviolence, but this to me was really stupid. So he was charged with intimidation based on bias, breach of peace, and criminal trespass after his fit of rage at the Robix store Saturday. This incident happened at the 2061 Black Rock Turnpike store in Fairfield, Connecticut. One of the comments here says that he was a Trumper. Now, I will say that if I had to guess, he probably is a Trump supporter, if I was being honest. However, he's also from Connecticut, which I believe is a blue state. So if we're playing the odds are he's actually a Democrat Biden voter. So I don't know whether or not his political leanings are. I'm just trying to give the facts, observations, and facts. Let's go back to the story. The footage posted by user CJJ Breezy was recorded by one of the young girls at the store. It's got 16 million views. I did go to her page, by the way, on TikTok, and she did delete her video. So this video that was on her TikTok is now gone. You won't find it on her account. You'll have to find it on YouTube, or you can obviously find it on my channel. The former vice president said that his son, 17, fell so ill he required hospital treatment, and the teenager is now recovering. Staff at the store said that while he asked for no peanut butter in the smoothie, he never mentioned an allergy. He is scheduled to appear in court on February 7th. Yeah, like, if you are allergic to something, don't just say, no peanut butter, please. Make sure you say, no peanut butter because I'm allergic. That is a huge difference, and that definitely emphasizes the importance of that statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you tell a store employee, I am allergic to this ingredient, they are probably 1,000 times more likely to actually hear that and understand it and take it seriously than when you just say, oh, no peanut butter. So, I'm going to say that that's partially the father's fault. I think all this is the father's fault. I think this is all on Mr. James Iannazzo. He has been fired from his position as wealth advisor and director at Merrill Lynch Management. So he was a wealth advisor, which, I believe a wealth advisor, like the word wealth means you have money. So he was probably doing big budgets, like people that had probably $1 million. And yeah, I'm just going to the website real quick. Wealth management at Merrill Lynch. Like if you go to Chase Bank and you want to be a Chase private client, you have to have a certain amount of assets for you to be considered like a preferred client. I think it's like $250,000 or something. So I'm going to guess this guy was working with pretty big clients and probably made pretty good money. That's just the reality. Yeah, I mean, honestly, again, throwing the smoothie was bad, but it's when he called her an immigrant loser that made it really bad. And then when he threatened violence against the girls by trying to get into their office, that was just the icing on the cake. So this guy is his life is it's it's pretty bad for him, I guess. And I'm not trying to pile on right now. I'm just trying to cover the news here. So, Mr. James IANNAZZO, if you see this, I'm just covering news stories. I got nothing against you. As a matter of fact, most of my family is Italian, so I have a lot of love and appreciation for my Italian people. But this behavior, very inappropriate. You know, the way you behaved here, and it should be called out. It definitely should be called out. And just to show you guys his online presence now, if you Google his name, James IANNAZZO, yeah, look at this. This is going to be his legacy. That's the craziest part. This is his legacy now. 5 fast facts you need to know. He's a former now Merrill Lynch wealth manager who threw a drink at Robic smoothie shop employees while unleashing a racist and vulgar rant during the viral incident in Fairfield, Connecticut. And Fairfield, Connecticut is actually very rich, upscale area. During the investigation, employees reported that IANNAZZO never told them about the peanut allergy, but only requested that there be no peanut butter in his drink. Yep, there's the video again. Riccio, a Bridgeport-based attorney, added upon drinking the Robic smoothie, his son had a severe allergic reaction which required transport via ambulance to the hospital. When faced with a dire situation for his son, Mr. IANNAZZO, parental instincts kicked in, and he acted out of anger and fear. He is not a racist individual and deeply regrets his statements and actions during his moment of extreme emotional stress. Our company does not tolerate behavior of this kind, Merrill Lynch said. We immediately investigated and have taken action. This individual is no longer employed at our firm. So he's been canceled, lost his job, lost his career. He's got a lawyer now releasing statements. And the teen girl who posted the video on TikTok said they had to block the door because he tried to get behind the counter multiple times. He's a University of Connecticut graduate, had worked as a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch since 1995. Damn, that's a long career. This guy's been with Merrill Lynch for 27 years. That's crazy. 27 years he was there, which means he started working at 21 years old, right out of college. So he was probably making bank. And they got him on LinkedIn here. CFP. Yeah, that's crazy. He ran the IANNAZZO group and lives in Fairfield with his wife and kids. Wow. Well, they got a $1.3 million home they just bought last year. See, this guy's a multimillionaire. He's buying a $1.3 million home. Good for him. He obviously has enough money. He's charged with 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors and released a pending court appearance February 7th. Like, he's obviously got a lot of money, so him being fired, he can afford, even if he's got 3 kids. He's probably got millions in the bank. But yeah, no one's going to hire him now. Hey, Pete, you know, it's crazy. Once you're like even an open Trump supporter, or you're just like speaking your opinion, it's hard to get a job anymore also. So, you know, it's funny that like being a Trump supporter in some ways is almost as bad as this, according to the left corporations. It's freaking bizarre. It's like, hi, I voted for Trump. You're unhireable. What? It's so stupid. People are getting away with serious crimes. I don't like what he did, but no one was hurt except his child. He lost his job. He should go quietly. Well, I agree, Michael Miller. First of all, never seen your name before on my channel, so welcome to my channel. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There are more serious crimes that need to be investigated. 100%. I agree. Again, the problem is this guy made it violent by throwing the smoothie, which technically is violence. And also he made it a racial thing by calling her an immigrant loser. If he didn't do those 2 things, I don't think he would have gone as viral. You know, if he just cursed the girls out and was emotional, I think that the court of social justice would have forgiven and understood his emotional reaction, but he took it a little too far. Michael, he threw a smoothie at the girl's head. Yeah, he did throw. At the end of the day, it's a smoothie. You really can't inflict much damage. But these are girls. I mean, in the end of the video, you heard her saying we're underage girls. So the fact that these girls are probably 16, 17, really inappropriate. Depends on where his money is. He may not have to actually. You know what, though? He's a multimillionaire because if you got a $1.3 million house, that's an asset. Plus, he's probably got 1 or 2 cars for his family. Plus, because he's a wealth manager, he invests money for other people or helps them out. He probably has investments of his own. And he obviously makes a percentage of their gains. I think that's how it works. So I'm going to guess he's got a pretty good net worth. Let's see if we could find it on the internet. James IANNAZZO net worth. I don't think this is there. Apparently, there's another James Worth. James Iannazzo. Oh, this is him. They claim in this random ass article. Here we go. I got it, guys. So now I just want to say, take this with a grain of salt, because if you guys Google my name, they claim that my net worth is insanely high. I don't know where the hell they got it from. It's wrong. I'll tell you that for a fact. It's absolutely wrong. Seriously, you guys can go Google Adam Francisco net worth. It's hilarious. I don't even know where they got that from. So I'm going to take this with a grain of salt, but they're saying here that his monthly salary ranges between $80,000 to $85,000. His income is derived from his employment. His net worth is estimated to be $6 million. So there you go. This is the fact check. He apparently is worth $6 million, and he makes $80,000 to $85,000 a month, which I wouldn't be surprised, because the way wealth advising works, from my understanding, is you build your portfolio up over years, and he's got 27 years of clients built up. So you can imagine he's probably controlling a ton of money for these people. And he was probably a very valued asset at his company. It's unfortunate that people, can't control their temper. And I think that all of us watching, all 18 viewers, need to do a better job at controlling your temper. So if that's something you think you need to work on, you got to be careful in this day and age of social media. Everyone's got cameras, so you got to be quite careful. Anyway, guys, yeah, Mr. Wright says, why didn't he check a smoothie for his kid? To be honest, if I had a kid with a severe allergy to peanuts, I'm not taking my kid to restaurants that serve peanuts, because even peanut traces can cause an allergic reaction. Just the trace of a peanut can cause big reactions. So ultimately, this could have all been avoided if he just made the smoothies at home. I actually recently bought a blender because I want to get into making smoothies, and I haven't actually bought my ingredients yet. But there were these drinks that I was getting in Puerto Vallarta, and they were so good that I wanted to remake them here at home. And so I ended up buying a nice blender, which I'm unboxing right now for you guys. There you go. So Mr. James Iannazzo, instead of going to these stores and trusting, high school kids to make the smoothie correctly, you could just go online and buy a Hamilton Beach smoothie. And this video is not sponsored by Hamilton Beach, but it should be. This would be called a very on-point endemic advertisement, because it's super relevant. So Hamilton Beach, if you see this video by chance, you can throw me some money through my PayPal or Venmo or crypto, even though the market's crashed, whatever. But yeah, guys, he could just invest in a blender like I have. So Mr. Iannazzo, I hope that you do that in the near future. Get a blender, make your smoothies at home. And then guess what? You don't have to worry about peanut butter going in your smoothies. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching and joining. Oh, there we go. Tara, having you on the channel is like having 25 other people watching. So right now it says I got 21 viewers. Really, I actually now have 42, because you double my count just for your mere presence. Tara, do you want to go live right now? I'll send you a link. Here, let me send you a link, Tara. If you want to come on, you can hop on. I was about to end the stream, but you know what? Screw it. Let me copy this link. Copy to clipboard. Come on, you can tell me about your trip. Oh, nice. I see you just placed an order on Amazon. That's dope. All right, I just sent you the link, Tara. Check your text and hop on. Nice, guys. We're going to be joined by Tara from the Polish American Brotherhood. Let me see. Adding your YouTube. Let's see if I can get her on. Save changes. Yeah. Okay. We're live on Tara's channel too. I had no idea, guys, that I can actually import another channel while I was live. So she's going to come on any second. So, guys, if you guys are joining from the Polish American Brotherhood, Tara's about to hop on. So don't worry. She's coming on soon. She said sure. So we're just going to sit here and patiently wait for her to hop on. Mr. Wright, I gave her no heads up. I told her to come on right now. Apocalypse Survivor. I'm surprised you actually gave me a super chat when you hate my political leanings. But this is honestly, I really do appreciate that because this is unity, guys. What Apocalypse Survivor just did, guys, shows even if we disagree, we could respect each other. And ultimately, I've said this many times, I do respect Apocalypse Survivor being here. I do respect Renzo being here. I respect Nick, who I haven't seen in a long time. I even respect Steve Wilson, even though he's a vaccinated lunatic, in that he's always talking about how vaccinated and boosted he is. But the point is this. That's a nice donation, Apocalypse Survivor, because you don't even agree with me when it comes to politics. Hold on, I don't know what she's doing. She says, I have to change settings, but she's already live on her channel. Let's see. Yeah, so she'll be on in a minute. Anyway, she'll be on very, very shortly. So that's the video that we all saw, guys, with the racist tirade. Pretty crazy stuff. And, you know, I hope. Oh, wait, here she comes. Here she comes. They need to. Dirty Watt Bastard. I thought you were a Trump supporter. Are you not? Are you not a Trumper too? You know, I'm thinking. Yo, thank you so much, Bob. Really appreciate that. I don't know if that's for me or Tara. Hopefully it's for one of us. Obviously it's for one of us. But if it's for Tara, thank you on her behalf. If it's for me, thank you on my behalf. I really appreciate it. Okay, she's having browser problems. She's going to set it up. 1 second, guys. I know you don't hate me. I know you don't hate Apocalypse Survivor. I just know that you're not a Trumper. But again, we see eye to eye, and we don't see eye to eye, but we still, you know, we're still here talking to each other, and I don't censor people. Am I against? No, I'm not against vaccines. As a matter of fact, I got vaccinated last year against tetanus. And that was actually one of the shadiest experiences of my life because I was in Mexico. I got bit by a dog, and I didn't know when I had gotten my last tetanus shot to prevent rabies. Oh, here she is.
Hey, lower that volume.
Hey, increase the volume. What's up?
Grayson, lower that volume. I know.
You got headphones in? Oh, we're on the live stream and I'm not even ready.
Wait, what are you guys doing? Where are you?
We're in the car. Dad just got us from the airport.
Oh, nice.
Our father. We're related.
What's up, Grayson?
Is the audio okay? Because we don't have headphones in or anything. Is it like
everything's
bouncing?
perfect. Everything's perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Turn him up.
Yeah, you guys are good. How was the trip?
It was cold. There was like 100,000 people there. It was epic.
There was 100,000.
That's right.
Yeah, there was like 1 million people for the March for Life, and then there's like 100,000 for the mask
Oh yeah,
mandates.
there were a lot of people in DC. It was a good weekend to be in DC. So, but of course, it jumped to like 40 degrees as soon as we left today.
Yeah, what was it?
Really?
16
Yeah, it was 16 or 17 on Friday. So that was pretty terrible. But it was a very good turnout. There were a lot of people there. They were saying it was one of the largest March for Life.
Yeah.
Potentially even the last one if Roe v. Wade ends up getting overturned.
Which it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely should. And you're right. Today's 40 degrees in I don't know if you can see that, but it's 40 degrees in DC. Can you imagine
the weather modification satellites to make it cold for all the conservatives showing up? That's what they did.
That's right.
Conspiracy.
I wasn't aware of this, so I knew that they had the mandate put in for DC, but Grayson was saying how the timing of it was put specifically.
Yeah. Everybody knows that. They put in the mandate. You got to have 10 years vaccination records to go to the restaurants, stay at the hotels, use the bathrooms, just for these two events. And now I bet you the Mayor Bowser of DC is going to rescind those. So,
well,
yeah, now that all the conservatives have left.
Yeah,
the mandates across the border are going away. We see this happening in real time. Like even liberal guys like Bill Mayer are like, we're done. We're done with COVID. Everyone's done with COVID. So I do expect all the mandates to drop out very shortly, you know?
Or is it going to be just the start?
This is just the start. All the vaccine passport stuff, this is all a trial run. They're going to try and dumb it down a little bit, make everybody feel more at ease, and they're going to bring it back harder than ever because too many people complied. If you give the government power, they're going to keep it, and that's the way it always is. You look at what happened in World War II, all of these supposed temporary things, they became permanent. So too many people complied this time. The government saw the power, seized it. They're going to try for more.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I think that's, but you know, hopefully we're winning. There's England is not.
Oh
doing
yeah, we
anything
are
anymore,
winning.
you know.
What are your thoughts though? Because we see how
Nation of Islam was there. Nation of Islam was there, and they teamed up with the Orthodox Jews, and then they had the big Protestant pastor come out, and all three of them, the Jews, the Muslims, and the Christians, were like, "Oh, we're united against the mandates. This is Satan."
That's awesome. It's almost like when you were in New York, and then all of a sudden, Trump supporters for freedom were standing with Black Lives Matter for freedom.
yeah.
It was almost like that. Like we're all
You
coming
don't see
together
that
now.
every day, but that's what it's gonna take. Like, you know, these groups don't have that much in common, but we definitely have this in common. And in order for us to kick these mandates, defeat the mandates, like everybody's gonna have to get on the same page about it. We
Yeah,
can
stop wearing a mask.
we can fight about our differences afterwards. This is the greater evil.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't
I
wear
mean,
a mask.
I went to a casino in Tampa this weekend, and I just walked past everybody, and I kept saying to the people wearing masks, "Attention, people! COVID is officially over. It is time to take your masks off." And I triggered so many people, triggered so many liberals doing that. But the reality is, it's time to take it all off. You know, it's time. We got to get back on track.
Here, hold this, Grayson.
Shout out to the Anti-Maskers Club.
Yeah, I posted a new video on Telegram. You can.
Oh, awesome!
They went out to some sort of feminist rally.
Oh, sweet. Mr. Wright says, Adam, Tara is so stylish, she should take you shopping. Yeah. I think, Tara, we should do a makeover for me. We should do a YouTube video where you make me over.
I think so.
But I only
don't know. I don't know that much about men's fashion though, so Grayson's gonna have to help you out with
I'll
that.
have to help you a bit.
But I only shop at Old Navy, so it has to be an Old Navy shopping mall. Okay, I only shop at Old Navy or Target or TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx is my jam.
Yeah, it could be a Maxxinista. We could go
exactly.
do that.
TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
We'll take you to Salvation Army.
You know what?
You have good finds,
I love
actually.
thrifting. I love
I've
thrifting.
gotten good things at the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Like I got a Casper suit for like $4, and that's like
yeah.
you know, sometimes up to a couple hundred over in Dillard's, and I got a Casper suit there.
Hell yeah.
Clothes fit better when they're from dead people.
Oh my God. Yeah. So guys, we have a big week ahead of us. We have as of right now 3 committed live streams this week with interviews. Wednesday we have sex trafficking survivor coming on our channel, Vita Galore, and then we also have Chris Solakowski. He is a Polish American cancer. He has cancer right now, and he decided to travel the world.
Survivor.
He's not a survivor yet because he's still facing cancer, but he decided to travel the world with his family. And you know,
Is Vita's an advocate, right? She's a fighter against it, against sex trafficking.
yes, because she's a survivor of it also.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's a survivor and an advocate. So that should be a really very serious chat.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah, we also have Chris Solakowski, and then I also have a nurse that's been fired from her job, who is going to be on our channel on Friday. And then last but not
It's
least,
really telling when healthcare workers, you know, who are actually in the field see everything that's going on, and then are fired. They leave their or they leave their jobs and stuff for what's going on. So I think we definitely need to be listening a lot to our healthcare workers.
exactly. And then the fourth person is a guy who his story is so messed up, but like I'm not really sure the details, but like his wife or girlfriend got pregnant with the child and then went to visit her family and they convinced her to abort the baby, and then she did.
Oh,
and like
gotcha.
it was against his will. So it basically speaks about how fathers should have some kind of rights when it comes to this. And
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Adam,
especially if the father wants to be a father.
background noise, so it's going to be difficult to talk. So, but happy to have jumped in for a few seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out, and I'll
Like
talk
and
to you later on,
subscribe.
okay?
I'm going to remove your YouTube also, so don't worry. It's going to come off your channel now. All right. Goodbye. Okay. So, Tara, that was great that she came. I just took her in and off of YouTube. So She's gone from the YouTube stream, and we lost her viewers with that, as you guys could probably see. But back to the comments. How is the COVID-19 immune baby making going, Adam? It's definitely dating during a pandemic is challenging because the reality is I don't have that much in common with liberal women anymore. But from my understanding, liberal women are the ones that are a little bit more, how can I say this? Open-minded. And conservative women typically want relationships. They're typically more religious. Typically, they make you wait a little bit longer for dates, like 5 dates, 6 dates, whatever it is. So it definitely, when you become a Trump supporter, you repel the liberal women who, again, are the more open-minded when it comes to the dating and stuff, and you attract the more conservative, traditional women. Which, again, everything's got pros and cons. Everything's got pros and cons. We all know this. To me, though, I think the happiest medium is to find a woman from a developing country, because they can be both liberal socially, but then also they can be traditional and conservative in terms of gender roles. So it's almost like the best of both worlds when you're an American man, and then you go overseas to Vietnam or Philippines or South America. Plus, as we've spoken about many times, you actually become more desirable when you go overseas. This goes for men or women. So, if you're like a 7 in America and you're of average net worth here, you go to Vietnam, now you're wealthy, and now you're like a 9. And one of the best parts for me personally is I'm actually pretty small in terms of body in the US. Like, I'd say I'm the average builds here. I'm about 14% body fat right now. I'd like to get down to 12 or 13. If I get down to 12%, then I would consider myself to be not elite, but way above average. But my point is, when I go to places like Vietnam or Thailand, I stand out more because the average guy there, the average local man in Thailand or Vietnam, is very skinny and petite. And that's just part of the culture. They don't really go to the gym as much as we do here in the US. It's just the way it is. So when I'm in places like that, I look gigantic. I walk down the street and people notice me because I'm just much bigger relative there. So that increases my desirability for some women. So that's just the reality. So I'm always a big fan of going overseas and finding a partner there. Plus, it gives your kid more of a global perspective, in my opinion. You get 2 cultures instead of 1. And as much as I love the US and as much as I love America, I do also think that it'd be cool to give my kid the ability to speak 2 languages. I think that's a very powerful thing to have. Cody, I'm not going to adopt a grown-ass man with that has more facial hair than I do. I will adopt somebody at some point, I hope. It'll be hopefully we'll see. A child, like a baby. I was adopted at birth. Maybe one day I want to do the same thing. I should reach out to the anti-view. Yeah, I'm down to reach out to these people, Who just announced boosters not needed for kids or adolescents? I don't want to talk about that too much. Sadly, you need vax everywhere but Mexico right now. Actually, Brazil, you don't. El Salvador, you don't. So those are 2 countries where you don't need the vaccine right now. And Mexico. So there are places that you can go. And I do think by 2023, I think a lot of countries are going to open up their borders. Now that COVID is becoming endemic with Omicron. Omicron is basically everywhere and very low fatality rate relative to other strains. So I think at this point, we're leaning towards vaccine mandates coming to an end. They need at some point to honor and acknowledge natural immunity. At some point, they need to. That's it. That's where we're at. We need to acknowledge natural immunity. I don't watch Jimmy Dore. No, but I've heard his name a few times. I don't know who he is though. I like Trump supporters, but I'm an ANCAP, Adam. I still prefer Republicans to Democrats. Yeah, it's funny. People don't realize that I'm a registered independent. Like, I'm not a Republican, but I fight for Republicans because I like their values and moralities more. I like their principles, what they stand for. So that's why I'm here fighting for the red wave. Exactly, 5-star Pete. You nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. Stop blaming your lack of personality. Yeah, you're right. I don't have much of a personality. You're right. Dem chicks are easy. There you go. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Red, I didn't want to say it like that, and I'm still not going to agree with that. But I'm just saying, when it comes to liberal women, they're very open-minded when it comes to the dating world. The dating scene is what it is. The masks aren't being mandated, so why should people be free to wear it if they want? They are being mandated, but targeted mandates. Like, for example, in Ubers. Here in Florida, though, most Ubers don't really care, just to be honest. I don't wear one, and I've only had a problem once. And, I just worked for her because she demanded I wear it. But otherwise, they don't really enforce it here. But it is a mandate. Technically, it is a mandate. Crypto crashing. Are you nervous? No, this is the third or fourth crash that I'm sitting through. And the craziest part about it is this crash is actually still higher than any other crashes floor were. So over time, crypto is building a base of more users. And so that's why the floors are going to be higher. So the crashes are going to be wilder, but they're not going to go as low as it used to be. So no, I'm not nervous. I do think the next pump, though, I'll probably exit at some of it. But right now, I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up on these comments. Renzo, the point of me going to people, cold orders now over, isn't to get a rise out of people, because if it was, I would have been filming it. But really, it's just to put that seed in their head that maybe they should stop being so fearful. That's all. And the more they hear it, maybe the more they'll be leaning towards. Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, I have to. I'm gonna hop off now because I'm going to actually bring on a financial advisor onto my channel right now. So for those of you who want to talk about the market and you want to talk about investing and you want to talk about crypto, you want to talk about stocks, you want to talk about how to build your net worth, I'll be back on in about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm bringing on a financial advisor. Her name is Joyce Rojas. She is a Latino as well as the best-selling author of 31 Badass Money Mindset Affirmations. So we're going to switch away from politics in a few minutes, and I'm going to bring her on. And the reason why I want to bring her on today is because the market is hot right now in terms of it's a topic that everyone's thinking about because of the crash. So if you guys want advice on the market, stay tuned to my YouTube channel. We're going to be back on in 5 minutes. So I'll see you guys momentarily.